Well, guys, it is 3, 2, 1 day. Yep, it's March 21st. And if you write a date out, it's 3, 2, 1. And that is so cool. I didn't realize that until last night. I was going to bed, looked at the dates, like, it's 3, 2, 1 tomorrow. And I'm actually launching the business tomorrow. That's so cool. That's so cool that I filled out all the launch documents and all of the stuff I got to do on 3, 2, 1. It's like 3, 2, 1, 0. It's actually an awesome date to start a business. So I'm never gonna forget, never forget today. And uh, filled all the paperwork. Paperwork is real easy. Filled it all out. Made a couple of videos. Tested the software some more. Found some more bugs. We're still not officially launching the software until April 1st. This is the dry launch. We filed all the papers. Filed all the paperwork today to officially start the business, and the paperwork we officially completed April 1st. So that's when the software is going to be released April 1st. So, yeah, you give it a little bit of lag between filing the papers and officially going into business. So we're officially going into business April 1st, but the company in California is officially founded on 3/2/1, 3/21, which is a really super cool date. And yeah, we're still finding bugs, as I say, which is expected as you run up to the launch. And the little tiny things, which is probably just a one line of code, which is going to be fixed here and there. And the website's been updated, and we've checked the email, and the email's working. And we don't have a phone system yet. And I'm intentionally holding off on that. Intentionally holding off on the phone system because I'm operating this business on a lean model. You operate it on the minimum amount of technology you need to run a business, basically. And right now, I don't need a phone system. I don't need people calling me. I don't. As an executive decision, I'm thinking they're not going to call me. They're going to email. They're going to set up a first contact that way. They're going to submit a form on the website. People usually these days don't pick up a phone and start calling somebody. Now, when we have a customer record, when there's someone, paying their bill, then we'll set the phone system. But the phone system's coming later. Really, that's one of the keys, I think, is to minimize your expenses. Do everything on the minimum budget you can. Don't go big, don't go fancy, don't go do this, go big or go home, because you're gonna go broke or go home. You're probably gonna go broke. You don't do that. Yeah. We founded this business with $2,000. I think looking at the checking account now, probably at about 1,600. So there's quite a few fees that came out in starting the business today, and the rest is going to be for operational expenses. Paying the AWS bill and all the other things we have to do to keep the business going, shall we say? I think the 1,600 is probably enough for the next 3 months. It'll probably have another, if it needs, it'll have another injection of cash in June or so. But it's on its way to being 100% functional April 1st. It's a cool victory, a cool milestone. And the thing is about this milestone is it's really weird as a business developer and entrepreneur. It's really weird, this milestone, because you don't really put that much work into today. Okay, yeah, 1 year has been leading up to the over a year has been leading up to today. But then when you actually form the business, it's just you just gotta fill out a few forms here and there and type in all your information, and they say, "Hey, you got all your information, and it'll be formed by April 1st." And you sit back and you realize, I just did that. You don't think about everything that's kind of led up to this moment. I guess you don't really think about all the stuff that led up to you're writing the software and all the late nights and all that stuff. You don't really think about that too much. You think about, oh wow, this is it, and we have a actual office address now and all this stuff. I guess this is where it becomes viable. This is where the business switches from this cute little project which is running until something that's actually got a heartbeat that can live on its own. That's the key milestone for today. The key milestone for April 1st. Really, business is born, sometime between 3/21 and April 1st, but officially April 1st is officially the date when the software is going to be released. The downloads will be on a website and all the other stuff, because that's when all the documents will be cleared by. So there you go. I don't know who. Also, I'm so sure every business founder has been through this. Every business founder has probably felt the same way, and it's kind of a strange feeling. But I realize now that I have to refocus, because I'm an engineer. I'm a software developer. I'm a heads down, coding kind of guy. Now I have to refocus. Have to refocus into demoing the product, getting the product out there. You can have the best product in the world. You can have a blowaway product. If nobody knows about it, if nobody finds it, it's gonna flop. And I'm sure there are so many products out there, and I feel sorry for the founders who follow that route. Who they just they built this amazing product, and they couldn't get the word out there. They couldn't get the word to the customers, because it's always going to be an uphill battle. Okay, there's always going to be someone out there that's done it before. This is the modern world. You're not going to be the first. You won't be the last either, but you definitely won't be the first. And you probably won't do better than somebody else. There's probably someone else doing it better as well. It's about getting noticed. If you get noticed, then you increase the chances of them buying your product. If you don't get noticed, there's a 0% chance they're going to ever buy a product, because they're not going to see a product. If you get noticed, maybe there's a 10% chance of them buying your product. Maybe there's a 1% chance of them buying your product. I was listening to this thing today. He was talking about Starbucks. He was like, Starbucks might not be the best coffee in the world, but you know what? It's available. It's everywhere. It's noticed. It's a noticeable brand. That's the thing. You have to get noticed. You don't have to be the best. You have to get noticed. Because if I want coffee, I'm probably going to look up Starbucks. Why? Because I know it. And it's noticeable. I'm not going to bother, going to some other place. It's probably get better coffee, but you know what? I don't trust the brand. So it's not about being the best. It's not about being the first. It's about being noticed. And that's what I have to focus on in the next few weeks, is building a brand for this company, and this company be noticed. And I think it's still the 10 customer limit. In the past, 9/7 technology has been around before, and we have one customer. One customer is not survivable, because that one customer can change their mind. They can go away, blah blah blah, and you're done. Once you get 10 customers, then you're in the territory of this can self-sustain itself. This can keep going. And you can lose one customer, you can lose two customers, but as long as the rest are paying their bills, you can replace the one or two you leave. You're always going to get churn. You are always going to get churn. Unless you're an electric company. I don't think the electric company really has churn. I don't think they really lose customers, because you can't live with that power. But, all the normal businesses in the world, they have churn, where you lose some customers to other vendors and you gain some customers every single day. And I don't know what the churn rate is for most businesses, but you can lose some and gain some every single day. That's fine. But if you have one customer and that customer churns on you, you're done. If you have 10 customers and you have like a 10% churn, you're going to lose one customer a year or something. That's fine. If you have 100 customers and you lose one customer, two customers a year, that's fine. You can replace them. But if you have one customer or two customers and you lose one, or you lose even both of them, your business is in serious trouble. That's the reality. You need dependable customers. Hey, build dependable customers by getting your word out there and limiting this churn, limiting customers moving on to other products. Don't lock them into a product. That's the one thing I'm very careful about this. I don't lock people into buying our product. If they have our product and they love it, that's great and they should keep it. But if they want to move to another product, we are not going to be like certain software companies and lock them into a product and make it difficult to get the data out of the product. No, it's your data. It stays in the product. It stays with you. You can have the opportunity to move it somewhere else if you want. So there's no locking with that product. We are betting on building a better product and getting our name out there and getting our name recognized. That's the hardest thing, I think, at this point in a business life, is getting your business recognized. Everybody recognizes the big players. Everybody recognizes Microsoft. Everybody recognizes Amazon. Everybody recognizes Apple. Everybody recognizes Google. Nobody recognizes us. Nobody knows us. That's the hard part now. Nobody knows us. They've got to get to know us. That's why these videos are probably useful for me. I'm getting better at making videos, and that's one of the reasons behind it, because you have to get your name out there. Anyway, that is 3-2-1 day, the day it all officially, on paper at least, began.